With swaying palms, white sand beaches, and turquoise waters that seem to glow, the Caribbean islands are the epitome of tropical paradise. From bustling hotspots to secluded hideaways, each island has its own unique charm and beauty waiting to be explored. In this video, we'll count down the 25 most beautiful Caribbean islands that need to be on your travel bucket list. From the reef-lined shores of Cayman Islands to the lush rainforests of Dominica, you'll see some of the region's most jaw-dropping landscapes. We'll highlight must-see attractions, top activities, delicious cuisine, and where to find those quintessential island vibes. So get ready for a virtual tour of these gorgeous Caribbean gems that will have you packing your bags and booking your next dream vacation. The crystal clear waters are calling. Number 23. Guadeloupe. Fluttering onto our countdown is the butterfly-shaped tropical paradise of Guadeloupe. Nicknamed the Butterfly Island due to its two wings separated by a narrow channel, Guadeloupe dazzles with a diversity of landscapes and adventures. We'll sail along its 300 miles of coastline, getting our adrenaline pumping by hiking up the potentially active La Soufriere volcano for unmatched vistas of its rainforested slopes cascading to the sea. We can then unwind on world-class beaches like Saint Maarten, with its palm-fringed white sands and protected reef swarming with rainbow-hued fish only feet from shore. Inland, we'll marvel at the 74,100-acre Guadeloupe National Park, where towering waterfalls like Cascade aux Écrevisses plunge into pools so pristine we can drink straight from their source. We can zip-line over the jungle canopy for heart-stopping views or get our dancing shoes on as classic Creole Gurkha rhythms pulse through beachside bars each evening while we feast on locally caught seafood and tropical cocktails. Number 22. Sint Maarten. Sint Maarten, the Caribbean's smallest island divide between two countries, the Dutch side and French side, which offers a perfect fusion of European amenities and flair with laid-back Caribbean vibes. Known for having one of the largest yacht harbours in the region, we'll wander the bustling boardwalk of Philipsburg, admiring luxury vessels before hitting the crescent-shaped beaches spanning glowing champagne sand edged by sapphire seas. Adventure calls here too. We can race down the Flying Dutchman zipline, heart-pumping as we soar 200 feet above the glimmering blue waters of Simpson Bay. Or hike to the peak of Mount Concordia, rewarded with a 360 degrees panorama encompassing this unique split island nation and its surrounding islets, glinting like emeralds on a turquoise stage. When hunger hits, we'll dine on fusion cuisine, blending exceptional French wines and gastronomy with West Indian spices and locally caught seafood. Number 21. Curacao. Drifting into our countdown is the postcard-perfect island of Curacao, a Caribbean dreamscape famous for its candy-coloured capital of Willemstad, ringed by the sea and brimming with wonderfully preserved Dutch colonial architecture. We'll wander cobblestone streets lined with pastel buildings, pops of pink, yellow and blue. Crossing the iconic Queen Emma Bridge, we'll feel transported back to the 18th century as we admire the rows of warehouses, now turned trendy cafes, shops and restaurants. Number 20. Martinique, otherwise known as the Isle of Flowers, this French Caribbean island seamlessly blends Gallic sophistication with lush rainforest wilderness, earning its floral nickname from the vibrant hibiscus, anthurium, and frangipani blooms found everywhere. As we explore Martinique's diverse landscapes, we'll hike through steaming jungles and banana plantations to reach the summit of Mount Pelée, an active volcano that famously erupted in 1902, destroying the former capital. Gazing into its moon-like crater, still steaming from underground forces, serves as a reminder of nature's power. Descending through vegetable farms and pineapple fields, we'll arrive at secluded bays like Anse du Four, where some of the Caribbean's most perfect beaches await with swaying palms and fiery sunsets. The Interior Rainforest Eco Museum will teach us about Martinique's ecosystem and indigenous culture, including trying ceremonial dances to the frenetic beats of traditional ballet music. Number 19. Dominica. Lacked by well-trodden tourist trails, this rugged, mountainous island is an adventurer's dream. We'll traverse wild landscapes far from the ocean that seem almost forged by fantasy. Ethereal, boiling lakes, spewing sulfur gases, natural hot tubs fed by volcanic springs, steep peaks and valleys blanketed in primordial rainforest. Number 18. British Virgin Islands. A sailing and yachting paradise, famed as both a lively spring break hotspot as well as a luxury escape for the rich and famous. But there's much more to uncover across the BVI's cascade of green islands, fringed by white sand and crystal waters. We'll wander the streets of Capital Road town on Tortola, absorbing remnants of its eccentric pirate history before charter sailing to remote islands and cays. We can snorkel pristine coral gardens and towering underwater cliffs that drop 6,000 feet straight down to the seabed. We'll relax on renowned beaches like the Baths with unique volcanic boulder formations and some of the Caribbean's best surfing waves. Number 17. Sint Maarten. Perfect for travellers craving a little bit of everything. Half owned by France and half by the Netherlands, Sint Maarten blends terrific beaches, fantastic cuisine, thrilling adventures, duty-free shopping, and non-stop nightlife across its 37 square miles. We'll dig our toes into eggshell sands with frothy blue waters at Happy Bay and Baie Rouge, then try exhilarating water sports from windsurfing to parasailing off the lively boardwalk of Capital Marigot. Later, we can shop till we drop at colourful open-air markets or wander streets lined with sophisticated boutiques, cafes and gelato shops, flaunting Sint Maarten's blended cultures. Number 16. St. Kitts. The island of St. Kitts, a Caribbean paradise that beautifully blends sun-soaked beaches and colonial history into one charming and approachable package. We'll bask on glorious sandy shores like South Friars Bay, where beach bars serve up spicy Caribbean fare and fruity rum cocktails as palm trees sway behind us. The calm Caribbean Sea shimmers in intoxicating shades of aquamarine, turquoise and sapphire, tempting us to try water sports from snorkeling the coral gardens to kayaking the coast. Inland, we'll get lost wandering the UNESCO World Heritage Site of Brimstone Hill, an impenetrable British fortress offering cannon eye views. Number 15. Grenada, a mountainous island overflowing with rainforests, exotic spices, captivating culture, and dreamy beaches. As we explore lush terrain stacked with nutmeg, cocoa, cinnamon, and clove plantations, we'll learn about the back-breaking harvesting process that earned Grenada its fragrant nickname. We can even test homemade chocolate and locally grown pepper sauces for a real kick. Venturing to Grand Anse Beach, we'll find a 2-mile crescent of pearly sand melted by fiery sunsets, where beach bars serve up spicy roti wraps and rum cocktails as classic reggae tunes drift on the breeze. Further south, secluded coves like BBC Beach reward with calypso tunes and local seafood BBQs that capture Grenada's addictive energy. By night, we can join the rhythm revolution at weekly jump-up street parties exploding with steel pan music as we whine our hips to scintillating soca beats among the locals. Or immerse in Afro-Caribbean culture at traditional drumming sessions. With intoxicating spice plantations, lush wilderness, sensational beaches, and an irresistible zest for celebrating life, Grenada truly captures the Caribbean's exciting spice. Number 14, Antigua, an irresistible mile for every day of the year. As we explore Antigua's continuous coastline, varieties of beaches await. We'll discover quiet coves capped by breezy palms, lively stretches with funky beach bars, sheltered lagoons teeming with turtles, even black sand beaches surrounded by volcanic rock formations. Snorkeling Antigua's reefs rewards with kaleidoscopic coral gardens, while diving sunken shipwrecks uncovers artifacts frozen in time. Inland, adventures like zip-lining over rainforest canopies get our adrenaline fix. By evening, we can enjoy fresh lobster and rum punch at open-air restaurants under the stars, or immerse in vibrant local culture at folkloric shows, pulsating with steel pan music. With yacht-filled harbours, soulful soundtracks, exquisite seafood, rainforest escapes, and enough gorgeous beaches to truly offer a fresh shore for any day, Antigua makes beach bum dreams a reality. Number 13, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Drifting into our countdown is an island-hopping paradise like no other, the string of emeralds that make up St. Vincent and the Grenadines. As we sail from one small island gem to the next, across this archipelago nation, a diversity of deserted tropical hideaways await to dazzle and delight. On Palm Island, we'll walk the entire circumference in an hour, rewarded with a pixel-perfect beach framed by waving palms. Culinary's Smuggler's Cove tempts with pirate tales, hidden caves perfect for imagining buried treasure, and lush hiking trails leading to secluded bays with world-class snorkeling just offshore. Canoan Island spoils luxury seekers with sophisticated overwater bungalow resorts, gourmet dining, and a legendary coral reef for diving and sea turtle encounters. Tiny Mayreau allures with heavenly calm waters and only 300 residents, while bustling Bequia lets us walk in the footsteps of legends like Jack Nicholson and Mick Jagger across its golden crescents. Number 12, Anguilla, a magnet for travellers craving a quieter Caribbean pace with access to exquisite beaches and friendly local culture. As we explore this chilled-out Leeward Isle, some of the region's best beaches await like Rendezvous Bay, over 2 miles of powder sand stirring with breezes, where thatched umbrellas dot the shoreline and wooden beach bars dole out spicy Caribbean fare. We can lounge alongside megastars and billionaires escaping crowded St. Barths just next door while feeling worlds away from flashy resorts. Number 11, Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos, where abundant marine life and dazzling coral reefs steal the spotlight. As we splash into the renowned Princess Alexandra Land and Sea National Park, we'll discover why this eco-haven is considered one of the world's premier dive sites. Kaleidoscopic coral gardens in electric shades of cyan, ruby, and sunflower yellow stretch for miles, providing a thriving home for sea turtles, rays, and schools of jewel-toned fish. We can drift weightlessly through underwater caves and sand passages lined with swaying black coral trees. Back on Providenciales, we'll relax on picture-perfect Grace Bay, regularly voted the world's best beach with over 7 miles of powder sand. By evening, beachfront resorts like 7 Stars Resort tempt with farm-to-table cuisine starring freshly caught seafood and innovative rum cocktails. With marine adventures galore and some of the Caribbean's most stunning beaches, Turks and Caicos offers a tempting gateway to an underwater fairy tale. Number 10, the Bahamas, an aquatic wonderland of over 700 islands and cays scattered like emerald confetti across 100,000 square miles of ocean. As we island hop across this archipelago, a diversity of tropical landscapes awaits to dazzle. We'll wander pastel-hued colonial streets lined with art galleries and cafes in the capital, Nassau, then take to the sea in a glass-bottom boat to enjoy feeding swimming pigs on Big Major Cay. On Harbour Island, the 3-mile pink sand beach impresses with its rosy hue from finely crushed coral, while Eleuthera's Lighthouse Beach stuns with dramatic cliffs. Underwater, we'll float weightlessly through Thunderball Grotto's subaquatic caves featured in James Bond films. And we can't miss one of the Western Hemisphere's largest barrier reefs off Andros Island, where we'll dive deep to discover artifacts from colonial shipwrecks frozen in time. From historic island capitals to blush-coloured beaches, secret swimming coves, and a bountiful marine world below the surface, the Bahamas truly has an island for every Caribbean wanderlust. Number 9. Cayman Islands, a diving mecca of the Cayman Islands, a British overseas territory famed for thrilling underwater adventures and lavish beachfront resorts. As we plunge off Grand Cayman into the iconic 12-foot deep Stingray City, we'll find ourselves instantly surrounded by dozens of gentle gliding rays begging to be fed and petted. Venturing out deeper, we'll be awestruck discovering the Cayman's claim as one of the Caribbean's top diving destinations. Intricate labyrinths of coral congregate around mammoth wall dives, dropping thousands of feet into the abyss, patrolled by green sea turtles and clouds of technicolor fish. Number 8. US Virgin Islands. Anchoring on our countdown are the dazzling US Virgin Islands, an aquatic playground where yachts and sailboats flock to explore picturesque coves with beaches boasting some of the clearest waters in the Caribbean. As we sail between St. Thomas, St. John, and St. Croix, sublime bays unfold one after another, from palm-shaded Magens Bay, dubbed one of the most beautiful in the world, to remote Water Island, with World War II ruins buried in jungle foliage. Snorkeling reefs just offshore reward with sea turtle and parrotfish sightings amid kaleidoscopic coral. On the island of St. John, we'll hike trails to petroglyphs left by indigenous tribes and have a quiet beach all to ourselves at Cinnamon Bay. And history buffs will love exploring 19th century sugar plantations like St. George Village Botanical Garden. Number 7. Barbados. The refined island of Barbados, which blends English sophistication with warm Bajan culture and archetypal tropical beauty. As we explore this plush island nation, adventures await from underground cave systems to rum distillery tours. We'll sample exotic fruits at a street market in historic Bridgetown before relaxing under billowing palms on the pink and golden sands of Crane Beach, admired as one of the most stunning shores in the region. By night, we'll savor delicious fusion cuisine, highlighting the island's rich trading heritage, followed by dancing to steel pan music at a vibrant street party called a lime among laughing locals trying to teach us their latest dance moves. We can even hunt ghosts through old cobblestone plantation alleyways, bathed under moonlight, keeping an eye out for cave shepherd Bridgetown's legendary spectre. With its welcoming spirit, rich history, Manchester United fan pubs, and gorgeous palm-fringed beaches kissed by pastel hilltop houses, Barbados truly fuses postcard Caribbean beauty with British traditions into a sophisticated yet easygoing island nation. Number 6. Aruba. Kicking off the top spots on our countdown is the quintessential beach lover's paradise of Aruba, an island nation famed for its glorious stretches of powder-soft white sand, gentle surf, and year-round sunshine. As we explore Aruba's continuous coastline, it's impossible not to find beach bliss, whether we prefer lazing beneath divvy-divvy trees on tranquil Eagle Beach or join the action sipping rum runners at happening Palm Beach, lined with resorts and bars. Inland adventures await too, like off-roading through Arikok National Park's craggy moonscape landscapes and Indian cave art. By evening, we'll sample Dutch specialties with Caribbean flavors in pastel-hued capital Oranjestad before trying our luck at island casinos. And night owls can party from happy hour till sunrise across bars pumping with live music and laughter among Aruba's global mingling pot of cultures. With gentle aquamarine waves that make swimming irresistible, flawless blonde shores backed by cacti instead of palms, and an easygoing vibe suited for couples or groups, Aruba delivers textbook tropical beauty blended seamlessly with amenities and activities. Number 5. St. Lucia. Sailing into our countdown is the exceptionally beautiful island of St. Lucia, beloved for its dramatic volcanic peaks, towering over a lush landscape of tucked-away tropical beaches, steamy rainforest, and classic Caribbean culture. As we explore this rugged island interior, sulfur springs bubble from volcanic vents, while trim hiking trails thread through banana plantations dotted with charming gingerbread cottages. Descending through vibrant green valleys towards the glittering sea, we'll uncover sugar sand beaches like Anse Chastenay, famous for its underwater geothermal coral reef rippled with bizarre bubbly textures, patrolled by neon parrotfish and hawksbill turtles. By night, we'll follow the intoxicating beat of steel drums to beach Jouvert parties under the stars, sampling spicy local Creole cuisine as fire dancers spin flames reflecting off St. Lucia's sapphire waves. From volcanic masterpieces like the UNESCO World Heritage listed pitons to secluded resort bays, steamy jungles, and a culture crafted by Caribbean soul, St. Lucia stands out as exceptionally beautiful, both on land and underwater. Number 4. Puerto Rico. Anchoring at number 4 on our countdown is the vibrant medley of Puerto Rico, which artfully blends sophisticated city life with classic island allure. In the capital San Juan, we'll wander pastel streets lined with elegant Spanish colonial buildings in Old Town, enjoying fine art galleries and gourmet fusion cuisine, before dancing to Latin rhythms in buzzing nightclubs. Beyond the city, Puerto Rico dazzles with a diversity of exotic landscapes. We'll surf stellar breaks at wild beaches like Playa Jobos, while tropical rainforests shroud the karst hills, hiding waterfalls and pre-Columbian petroglyphs. Offshore, the tiny Vieques Island beckons with wild horses roaming its lush interior, and the world's brightest bioluminescent bay, glowing an electric neon blue at night from microorganisms. And adventure seekers will love tackling the heart-pumping Toro Verde zipline park with cables swooping over lush mountain valleys. With its vibrant capital, old-world romance, stunning beaches, and breadth of nature from coral reefs to steamy jungle, Puerto Rico emerges as a unique fusion of culture, activities, cuisine, and easy island living. Number 3. Cuba. Sliding into our number 3 spot is the captivating island nation of Cuba, an alluring time capsule where historic cities blend seamlessly with archetypal tropical beauty and vibrant culture. In the weathered streets of capital Havana, we'll step back in time exploring Old Town's Spanish colonial heart, brimming with Baroque cathedrals and lively salsa joints. Driving east along routes dotted with sugar plantations and limestone hills, we'll arrive at Varadero's world-famous beaches, 10 miles of sparkling sand and tranquil aquamarine surf. Escaping inland from the coasts, Cuba's landscapes astound with UNESCO sites like Viñales Valley, whose mammoth limestone cliffs jut vertically from lush jungle below. We can tour traditional tobacco farms for hand-rolled cigars, then dance the sunset away to live bands filling the streets with infectious beats on every corner. By starry night, classic cars from the 1950s purr down Havana's seaside Malecon Boulevard against flickering neon and Art Deco ruins, encapsulating Cuba's time capsule allure. with culture and history frozen in an era of vintage cars, jazz, cigars, and colonial architecture, alongside archetypal Caribbean ingredients of gorgeous beaches, friendly locals, and infectious musical soul, Cuba emerges as the complete Caribbean dream destination. Number 2. Dominican Republic. Gliding into our runner-up spot is the Dominican Republic, a sizzling Caribbean cocktail blending relaxing resort beaches in Punta Cana with the rich heritage of historic capital Santo Domingo, and so much more. Along the stunning southeast coast, vast all-inclusive resorts like Excellence El Carmen line glittering shores promising a non-stop beachfront vacation, while jungle eco-lodges in Samaná tempt adventure travelers. Inland treasures await too, from climbing waterfall-fed El Choco National Park to winding our way through lush valleys dotted with traditional cigar haciendas. In Santo Domingo's Zona Colonial, we'll absorb 5 centuries worth of Spanish colonial architecture and history. These cobblestone streets saw the first settlement in the Americas. By night, the pumping beach bars of Bávaro become open-air dance clubs, while local merengue and bachata partners eagerly whisk us across the dance floor late into the evening. From lounging on quintessential Caribbean beaches in Punta Cana to absorbing the rich heritage of Santo Domingo's historic heart, the Dominican Republic truly has it all, including friendly, welcoming locals that make this island pulsate with fun set to a salsa rhythm. Que viva la República Dominicana! Number 1. Jamaica. And sailing into our prestigious top spot for the most beautiful Caribbean island is the iconic and quintessential Jamaica. From its palm tree-lined shores and sparkling turquoise waters to its jungle-covered mountains, Jamaica totally encapsulates the diverse beauty and adventure of the Caribbean. We'll start by sailing to chill out on world-famous Negril Beach, its golden sands and relaxed cafes, the perfect spot to ease into Jamaica's laid-back vibes. Then, we'll embark on a jungle adventure, hiking through fertile rainforests to the breathtaking Dunn's River Falls, a natural limestone staircase dropping 180 feet down terraced rocks, perfect for splashing and swimming under thundering waterfalls. In the vibrant capital Kingston, we'll wander colourful craft markets and sample delicious Jamaican jerk chicken and other spicy local dishes. At night, we can party to reggae music in open-air bars and dance to traditional folk rhythms and drumming. From exploring pirate hideouts on Port Royal to whitewater rafting the Rio Grande, ziplining misty mountaintops, or snorkeling turquoise bays, adventures abound in Jamaica.